Well, you read because, you thought maybe you will learn from other people. And so conversations, this was not about reading. This was about having a conversation with a writer in his own ways, whether you read, whoever you read. Sometimes you read because some elder told you to read. I remember reading Ivanhoe, Walter Scott, because my grandfather would nicely, very gently say, well, can you spend 15 minutes? Let's read it. I have not read it for a long time. And I know where he was getting at today in retrospect. Or reading the newspaper to him, for instance. And then he would stop and say, well, this is not what they are saying. They should be saying this. And I would understand what is being carried as news is not actually news, that you need to actually, to dissect and analyze. Uh, and that was probably in the early 70s, in a hospital where he was bedridden for 6 months. I would go promptly in the morning and read the newspapers, not one, maybe three. And then he will say, okay, the Hindu said this. Can you tell me what the Express has said about Madhu Dandavati or somebody else? And then he will make me read the op-ed. Now, you must remember that I am a child who, wants to get off and see what I can do. But I would certainly not, say no to the old man. And he was at that time, he was 1900 born. He was therefore 1973, 73 years old. He stayed in hospital, never would make a complaint, always very gently would get you to do what he thought boys should be doing. And he must have had about 10 or 11 such grandchildren coming up to him for something or the other. He would read things in Sanskrit. He would read a line, and then he will translate that from Richa from a few other Kalidasa works, for instance. And he will tell you how this line can mean this line can also mean this. And for the first time, you understood what you would now call double entendre, or how you can say something and yet mean something else. Books that we traded. Hadley Chase, for instance, was read when you were 14. I didn't grow up on Nancy Drew and others. I grew up on all the good, decent books of this kind. Perry Mason was also considered to be like, not the best of things to read. Of course, Nick Carter had to be read. It was mandatory for all of us. And you're one-upping the other guy. Hey, did you read? And, is it you have got it coming, or is it something else that you've just now finished? No Orchids for Miss Blandish was read maybe 3 times, 4 times, and somebody will say, you know what she said, and then somebody else will say. These were conversations, not even over lunch. It was in classroom. Who the hell wants to know who is teaching what?